what's up, Turtle Riders? How's everyone doing tonight? Excellent. Welcome to the live show. Oh, audience, only 46 people here. What, because I got here at 9:04? You guys aren't used to that? All right, go ahead right now, guys, and share this stream for me. I went ahead and I shared it on the various social media pages, on the Uncle Turtleboy page, the Turtleboy Sports page, and the Clarence Woods Emerson page on Facebook. I need you guys to go ahead and like all of those. We're approaching 20,000 on the former two and 26,000 on the latter. So we're getting up there. I think we have almost 65,000 Turtle Riders combined on the three. Also, retweet it. Get at me on Facebook. You know, follow me on there. Not Facebook, on Twitter. You can find me at Dr. DOCTOR Turtleboy, at Dr. Turtleboy, because if Jill Biden is a doctor, then so am I. You can also find me on Twitter at Turtleboy Phone. Follow it everywhere, baby. Just follow Turtleboy wherever he goes, and your life will be much, much better. I promise you. Okay. Additionally to that, you can also, what else am I missing here? Oh, smash that subscribe button. We had, last time I saw, we had 17,999, prescribers. What are we up to now? Let's go back and see. What are we up to now? Let's see. Come on. Give me 18,000. We had 18,000. Refresh. What are we at? We are at 18,000 flat. But I have a feeling that's going to go down in a minute. That always happens. So go ahead, just give it 10 extra. And Clarence Woods Emerson hasn't accepted my friend request. I'm not going to either. You don't need to be my friend. I'm not a real person. You can just, if you friend request, you're automatically following it. You can see all the same shit. You can message me. It's all good. Okay. So, oh, hey, Dimples on ass. Nice to, oh, you're in the tub again. That's weird. Okay. So, without further ado, am I missing anything? Yeah. If you're new here, we do this every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday night at 10 p.m. I'm going to switch this weekend. We're going to do Sunday. Brett's got his, the gay Greco wrestling thing he does there, the UFC. I guess there's a big fight there. So, some guys are going to get greased up and horny with each other. So, I'm going to let him do his thing there. So I'm going to do the show on Sunday night instead of on Saturday night this weekend. So usually it's on Saturday night at 9, but not this weekend. Okay. And thank you there, Frankie Rizzo. He says he's buying Turtle Club because fuck all those bitches. So if you guys missed the blog today or the stream last night, I do a Turtle Club stream every Wednesday night for our members only. I've started this new club, which a lot of people seem to be misunderstanding the purpose of. It's just like, I don't know where to begin with these. Sometimes you're just ashamed of your own people. And today was one of those days. So as all you guys know, I've been banned from everything. Venmo, like let's do it in order here. If we can do the book order. So first I had a bunch of advertisers, local advertisers, 20 of them probably at a time. They had banner ads on the site. I charged them a few $100 to do that. And I was paying my bills that way. They all get harassed by social justice warriors. Why are you funding hate speech? Blah, blah, blah. That's just how they do. And eventually they get tired of it. They're like, you know what? I'm good. It's not worth the headache. Sorry. I like you. I support what you do, but I can't keep the phone's ringing off the hook. Okay. So they're gone. So I lose all my revenue. All right, let's use an ad network. And so I start using an ad network. And how an ad network works is you get like some network, a third party makes companies and their ads appear on banner or whatever. Okay. And they're the middleman and they use Google AdSense a lot of the time. Then I get banned from Google AdSense. So now my whole website can't make money, turtleboysports.com. I have to make another website, tvdailynews.com. And I'm still trying to get people to stop going to Turtleboy. I used to publish on both, but I thought people would get the hint after a while. It's like, no, they're not getting the hint. So I just stopped publishing blogs on turtleboysports.com. Guess what? Retards still go to turtleboysports.com every fucking day. Like, let me show you. I mean, I am blown away. I'll show you this. Let's look at the analytics of this, right? Check this out. So this is like, it shows daily, whatever. This shows where traffic is coming from over here on the left. So as you can see, it's like, 20,000 people came to the site directly from Facebook today. That's why people are like, why are you on Facebook? Facebook is an old man's thing. It's not. No, Facebook is still by far the most important website in the world for driving traffic to your website, and nothing else comes close. But then you see here, 2,000 people today came directly from Turtleboy Sports. Yesterday, that was 3,300. Who are these retards? Who are they? Who are the people that are... I haven't published a fucking blog on Turtleboy. I literally go on Turtleboy and I just say, hey, morons, I'm not publishing content over here. Click here to read it on TV Daily News. And I'm almost done doing that. Who the fuck are the morons who are still going to turtleboysports.com? Don't do it. You're literally just giving yourself one extra step. Stop. Bookmark TB Daily News, as in Turtleboy Daily News. Just go there. It's so much fucking easier. Just do it. Stop going to Turtleboy Sports. There will be never, ever, ever be content there, ever. Stop doing it. Don't do that to yourself. So, yeah, that's where, other people been blown up on Reddit. They hate Turtleboy on Reddit, especially that UMass story that we're going to get a little more into today. So, yeah. All right. Anyway, so all that, happens, and let's see, TB Daily News. Thank you very much. There. And by the way, I'm banned from PayPal. I'm banned from Venmo. So first I got kicked off of Google AdSense. And so I make this whole new website. And then I make a book and whatever, and I sell some copies or whatever. And people donate money. And I'm like, that's nice. And I appreciate the donors, but I can't ask you to like donate every month, right? It's not consistent. What you need, a business needs revenue stream, consistent revenue stream. That's what you need. Like an insurance company, they get your check every month, don't they? And so I need to create something that's like a monthly thing where like you get something every month, because that's what everybody else does. That's what ESPN has, the ESPN Plus. Barstool has Barstool Gold. You name it. I listed them all on there. The Daily Wire has premium content. So you can go to all these websites for free and still get your content. It's not like the Boston Globe where you have to pay for everything on the Boston Globe costs money. You cannot view any of it for free. Whereas these other sites, like on Substack, Glenn Greenwald, Barry Weiss, they have some content for free, most of it. But if you want to get that little bit extra, you really like that content, you want to get that little bit extra, and more importantly, you want to support what these people do in the face of censorship. Like, there's a reason they're independent, is because they couldn't do it at a corporate controlled media outlet anymore. They don't want to be slaves to the narrative, and they want to speak freely. Well, to speak freely, that costs money. It's just the way it is. And the only way that you can support free speech in this day and age is to support it financially. That's the only way it can continue. Like I have 3 or 4 websites. I subscribe to Glenn Greenwald's Substack. I subscribe to the Daily Wire because I support what they do. And so I never did the Mug Club. I thought about doing it, but I'm not really that big of a Crowder guy. And so that's how they function. Like that, they are going to come after people like me who have the wrong think and say the wrong things. And they're going to do that. And so then they banned me from even having payment processors. Remember? I couldn't use freaking PayPal or Venmo anymore. I'm banned from that. So, and then I'd have on here, you could donate on the super chat. That was another way I would make money. And then that's gone. They took away my super chat. No more monetization. They don't want you guys to donate to me. So now what I have to do is I have to have the goddamn Cash App, which I actually kind of like. And I've gotten a couple Cash Apps since the show started. I got one from Lisa earlier. Thank you, Lisa. Josh Blake sent 10. Thank you, Josh Blake. Chris sends 5. Says, can we get more Gianetti shirts? They're still in the store. And you absolutely can. So, yeah, like go ahead and, if you would like to donate to the program, download Cash App. Get Cash App now, because you can't I don't know if we're going to get monetization back. Get Cash App, and I'm $ Uncle Turtleboy on there. If you donate during the show, I will get a notification. I will read it off, and that will basically act as our super chat. Okay? So anyway, all these people whining about like, oh, I'm not paying for content. If you're not paying for content, and I ranted about this on the stream last night, but I'm going to say it again. Okay. If you don't want to pay for content, that's fine. Just shut the fuck up about it. You don't need to make an announcement of that. Like, you're just a dickhead if you do that. And thank you from Chris that says for no like more quotes and options. LOL. Oh, like, oh, different kinds of shirts. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. But anyway, thank you, Diane, for that. All these whiny cunts are on air complaining about, oh my God, this is not free. Like, this has always been free. Yeah, it has. And 99% of it is still going to be free, dummy. Like, what's wrong with you? Of course it's free. And you've enjoyed it, right? So if you enjoy it, just like, what's $10 a month? $15 a month, whatever you want to pay. You're just supporting something you like, and that's fine if you don't. That's fine. You can still read most of it. You can still watch the stream right now. This is free, isn't it? I'm never going to make you pay to watch this. Fuck no, because I want the good shit out there. If I had to make you, like, Boston Globe is a paywall, it prevents people from reading it. I don't want to prevent people. I want to be read. I want people to read the Ali Bebo story and our other various state trooper scandals. I want people to read those. And you can't do that if there's a goddamn paywall. Like, if you've never read Turtleboy before and someone sends it to you and it's like, oh, paywall, you're like, well, I don't know what this is, so I'm not paying for it. So I'll never do that. So there really is no paywall. It's like, you can still read 99% of the content. Jesus fucking Christ. But you want everything for free? Everything? Like, you want me to work for free? Where do these people think? Where have they been for the struggle? Like, to me, if you're saying something like that, like, oh my God, that means you're not really one of us. You're like a casual person that you come once in a while, that you haven't read the book. You haven't like understood the struggle. You haven't understood what we're fighting for. You're just like, what? Just find a different way to make money. Some asshole said, oh yeah, I'll get right on that. Oh, I hadn't thought of that, Ed. Thanks a lot for that fucking idea. And so, yeah, I made a thing where it's like, you can have, premium or not. And it's all good if, no hard feelings either way. But I am struggling with like a way to figure out how to create, content that is worthy of being on Turtle Club. I'm trying to think of that. And I also I got to figure out the structure too. So it's like $15 right now gets you ad free and access to the Wednesday night stream. $25, you get access to the premium blogs. But I'm like, I kind of want to combine those and think of something else for $25. I don't know. So I'm all ideas. If you ever think of anything like that you'd want me to put in that, I could do that. So thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. Okay. And thank you. I mean, I'm not, like Andrew Poopy Pants says, like, I'm not here to take your last dollar or anything like that. Please don't do that. But, if you feel like it, go for it. That's all I'm saying. All right, let's get this started. Let's jump on the first thing. A perfect example of the kind of content that no one else is going to give you except for me is what's been happening in Georgetown. So let me pull up the original blog I did on this. Oh man, that's funny. All right. So let's pull this up. So here's the video from, we all have heard the story by now if you haven't already. Roxbury Prep, a charter school in Boston, came to the town of Georgetown on the North Shore, and basically a fight ensued, and a coach named Jamal Hunt grabbed and tossed a player from Georgetown, and then claimed afterwards that he was the victim of, racial slurs. His whole team was, that they were being called racial slurs the whole game. None of it is believable. None of it. And so then you see the fucking video of it, and this is what really happened. Look at that. There he goes. Throws him into the ground. There he goes. All right. Again, he grabs the player. See, he's choking him right there. What was the kid doing before? Now, I understand you have to break up a fight when it happens, right? You're an adult. But in a melee like this, you grab your own player. You grab your own player. You don't grab the player from another team. The Georgetown coach will grab that player. You don't grab him. Keep your hands off him. And if you do it, keep in mind that you're an adult and he's a child. And just because this is a football game doesn't give you the right to assault them, which he did by doing this. Right? Throws him. Like, damn. Doesn't even ask, like, are you okay? At least that coach is like, get back. Keep in mind, Georgetown was winning 44-8. A bitch ass name words. Where's number 9? I'm going to see that N-word after the game. I'm going to see you after the game, N-word. So you saw what happened there. Obviously, the only racial slurs were shouted by Roxbury players. And these two guys come along, or these two gents, Emily Sweeney and Nate something from the Globe. They're not sending us their best, are they? And they decide that they are going to write a story about this, except nowhere in their reporting do they mention that video. I tweeted at Emily Sweeney yesterday and I said, hey, there's a video disproving any of this happened. They only interviewed the Roxbury people. That's it. And I send them a thing and I'm like, hey, there's more to this story. And she tweets back at me, oh, can you send it? Okay. So I send it over. It's in here. She's like, I'll pass this on to my editors. Spoiler alert, they ain't going to do shit. So they don't want the truth out there. To make matters worse, in the freaking comments in the Globe, I'm reading the comments on their story. And every time you see this comment has been blocked, that's somebody posting a TV Daily News link. And they're doing it to basically, like, all these people like, oh my God, Georgetown's so racist, blah, blah, blah. They're being rude. And they're kind of like showing, no, there's actually, you're missing a big part of the story. And so they're intentionally deleting the truth now. So it's not just like reporting fake news. It's going out of their way to make sure that you don't know the real news. And thank you to Richard Bridges for the dono. He sent $10. He says, for fuck censorship. Long live the turtle. Attaboy. Thank you very much, Rich Bridges. I thank you. So, this is the coach. We'll get more into this on the weekend show, I'm sure. But they're just race baiting assholes. They are what they are. So we'll get more into him on the weekend. But I wanted to show you this update on the story. This was on 7 News, WHDH, this version of the story yesterday. And this was really interesting because it's literally just fake news. Okay. So the title says, community calls for Georgetown public schools to take action after alleged racist incident at high school football game. What are they talking about? And so this says hundreds of Georgetown students, parents, and alumni are pushing for progress following an alleged racist incident at a recent high school football game. The taunts and slurs were allegedly hurled at the Roxbury side all throughout the game, prompting a fight amongst players. Now, the fight happened because one team had 44 and the other had 8. The game was ultimately called off. Georgetown Public Schools Superintendent Carol Jacobs released a statement the following day saying that the district will not tolerate racism in any form. So if they won't tolerate racism and 2 players from Roxbury were seen yelling racial slurs after the game, will they tolerate that? Will Roxbury be disinvited from ever playing at Georgetown again? Methinks not, because even though they'll say otherwise, it's an unwritten rule that if you're not white, you can say the N-word freely. Oh, and thanks. Brett Killeran sends me $3. He says, for our free speech. Thank you, Brett. Appreciate that. So anyway, it goes on to say an open letter to Georgetown Public Schools addressing the incident has since been signed by more than 350 members of the community. The letter reads in part, "We are writing to urge Georgetown Public Schools to take action to support students of color and Black lives everywhere. We believe that mere acknowledgement of the need for improvement is inadequate. We must instead make injustices explicit." It also lists demands, including holding trainings that focus on anti-racism and adding explicit language to handbooks. This is what they always do. They just add, oh yeah, give us anti-racism training. Here comes the racism industrial complex, folks. Here it comes. And thank you to Zach Lambert. Sends $5. He goes, for the shout out, my boy, Don Kedick. There you go. Shout out to your boy, Don. Okay. So that's interesting. That's interesting. And you can read the full letter here. So I go and I click on it and I go over to the full letter. Check this out. This is very interesting. So I don't know if you guys can see this. It's kind of small. I'll read parts of it. It's like 11 pages. Can I zoom in on this? All right. Oh, thank you, Joanne Russell. She says, for being the only one to consistently bring it. And I guess that was kind of my point. Thank you, Joanne. With this whole thing is that, like, you know, people are like, what? This is free. It's like, bitch, do you know where media would be without Turtleboy? Like, nobody else will say this. The Herald won't say it. Fuck no. They're sackless now. This is the truth. This is the truth of the matter, is that the coach is lying. They're lying from Roxbury Prep, and there's proof of it. And nobody, if it weren't for me, if it weren't for Turtleboy, this would be relegated to the content, to the, you know, the comments section on Facebook. That would be the only place that you could find. You'd have to go searching through comment sections to find the truth. Now you have an actual website, a place where you can go and you can trust and you can know that you're being told the truth. For once, you are being told the truth. So this is whole letter here from Carol Jacobs. This is the letter that all these people allegedly signed. Okay. And I thought it was interesting. Because you read it and it says, in light of recent acts of police brutality against Black individuals, including the murder of George Floyd by Minneapolis police, the murder of Breonna Taylor by Louisville police, and local national protests highlighting the urgency of racial justice, we are writing to urge Georgetown Public Schools to take actions to support students of color and Black lives everywhere. But none of those things are recent. So that's odd. Why does it say that they're recent? Let's find out. So it goes on to say, and she talks about blah, blah, blah. We believe that mere acknowledgement of the need for improvement is inadequate. We must instead make, well, you know, all this bullshit. I see the word privilege in there. This starts with acknowledging and understanding our privilege, working to change internalized racism, stopping interpersonal racism, dismantling structural racism, and actively working towards equity and inclusion. White people are the most pathetic beings who have ever existed. We are a fucking shame. No other race of people self-deprecates like this. No, this is just sad and pathetic. Just like, I need to work on my interpersonal racism and my internalized racism. And then I need to dismantle structural racism so we can work towards equity and inclusion. Puerto Ricans, Black people, Asian people, none of them would ever dance this jig. They would never be like, I suck and I need to be less sucky. Yeah. My race is a problem. Only white people fall for bullshit like this. Only white people. We are the dumbest motherfuckers on planet Earth, I swear to God. So they go on and on about, we have composed a list of actionable demands, add texts and digital resources that center non-white perspectives, and promote racial justice in all schools, curricula, starting at the elementary level. So this is all just, the hate you give is on there. The hate you give. So this is all just critical race theory, the things that they're pushing for. Undertake a third-party holistic review of the curriculum, hiring process, and student body administration to search for areas of potential improvement in the fields of equity, inclusion, and diversity. Oh, we'll get right on that. Hold trainings and invite speakers focusing on anti-racism, cultural sensitivity, equity, and inclusion. Right. Critical race theory again. This is all. And who will teach that? Who will be those speakers? Oh, Didi Delgados of the world, Monica Cannon Grants of the world, people immersed in the racism industrial complex. That is who will make money off of this. They create racism and then they sell the cure to it. It's brilliant. So anyway, it just goes on. And then all these idiots sign it in their years. And I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. This is obviously stupid, but I thought it was interesting the fact that they said that it was recent. So I do a little research because you guys know me. I like to report on shit. It's kind of weird. And then I find this out. I get a hold of this email. Do a little public records situation because you can do that. And here is an email that I came across from Superintendent Carol Jacobs, dated October 26th, 2020. And it says, sorry, I thought I sent this, but apparently not. Here is the petition and the personal statements. Thank you back. And I click on those open letters, and guess what that fucking brings me to? Guess what that brings me to? October 26th, 2020. Oh, yeah. That fucking letter we just read. That fucking letter was written a year ago. And they're pretending, 7 News is pretending like it was just written in reaction to this incident in the football game. Because I thought it was weird that they didn't mention the football game and mention that incident anywhere in that letter. They fucking lie. Do you guys get it yet? Do you get it? Do you see how much they lie? Do you see why you need Turtleboy? Oh, I'm not paying $10. Well, suck my dick and go read fucking WHDH. Get the fuck out of here. I'm so sick of these people. If you don't want to pay, that's fine. Okay. But if you announce, well, I can pay, I just don't want to, because you're not worth it, then go suck the Huffington Post's cock and read their fake news. You worthless piece of shit. You're dead to me. That's the kind of shit I do. I go and get emails. I find out fucking answers. What the fuck do you do? Yeah, you consume it. So sit there and fucking put it down your throat and enjoy it. And join the Turtle Club, you stupid motherfucker. That's what you get. Anyway, that's the real news. Now check this out. Look what else they're doing to him. This was posted on a Georgetown, Mass parents page today. I know this has been a difficult week for not only our community and school, but also our students. I wanted to inform you that Superintendent Jacobs, principal, whatever, and myself met with the team this afternoon to discuss incidents from last Friday's game and the season moving forward. We gave them the opportunity to express how they feel and answered any questions they might have had. We also let them know that our doors are always open and we are willing to discuss the matter privately. So reading that, does that sound like they talked to the team? Does that sound like they came to the conclusion that any of those kids said the N-word during the game? No. They know it didn't happen. They know that their community is being smeared. And instead of getting out in front of it and saying, no, you're being lied to, these assholes are sore losers, and they're playing the race card, and they're smearing us as something that we are not. And thank you, by the way. Ooh, Megan. What do we have? No, who's this from? Oh, wow. This is interesting. This is from I don't know if I could say, if they want me to say who this is from, so I won't. But a very generous person has donated $75, and they said, first month free for the next Turtleboy Club signups. So I don't know how we're going to do that. So maybe I can just have a raffle or something. We can do like a raffle tomorrow. So 5 people are getting free 1 month of Turtle Club tomorrow, and we'll figure out who they are. And it's on this donor who would like to remain anonymous, I think. So thank you very much, donor. I appreciate that. Anyway, this email certainly does not seem like they spoke to the kids and they drew the conclusion. And so they know that this is fake. And instead of standing up for their kids who are being smeared, and this is the same shit that happened with the Michaela Miller thing. They knew that girl, Megan Anderson, was being wrongly accused. Caitlin Anderson, rather, was being wrongly accused of like murdering Michaela Miller. And the school stood in complicity and in silence because they were too scared. And this is why fucking cowards. Oh, I hate them. I get it. But I kind of don't. Stop being a pussy. Stand up for your kids. If you can't stand up for your kids when these mobs are calling them racist and shit and tell them to fuck off and tell them exactly who they are, they don't fuck with me. You notice that? They fuck with you. They fuck with you, Georgetown, because they know that you're spineless and they know that you're scared of them. They don't fuck with me because they know I ain't scared. Homie, don't play that. You come at me, I'm going to fire back at you. I'm going to make you look stupid. I'm going to go on the defensive and then I'm going to go on the offensive. They're counting on you just being on the defensive. You'll never go offensive, though. Ever. Stop being a coward, especially when your kids are involved. So obviously they've reached a conclusion that nobody said the N-word. Then it goes on. With that being said, our intention is to continue this season and play tomorrow versus Kip Academy, whatever that is, at 6 p.m. under some modifications. While we are still investigating the alleged incident, what are you investigating? We will not be allowing students to attend the game. We will also be switching sidelines so that the opposing team is on the riverside. So kids are no longer, these kids who did nothing wrong except show up and root for their team and were lied on about by these fucking adults and called racists and said that they were yelling the N-word, which never happened. And as a result of these lies, these children cannot go to a fucking football game. Are you kidding me? Send your fucking kids anyway, Georgetown parents. Stop being cowards. Your kids have a right to go to the fucking game. They can't tell you they can't. Suck my fucking dick, administration. That's what you need to start doing. You already fucked these kids over enough. The contempt, whatever contempt you have for these people isn't nearly enough. It's not nearly enough. You should hate them with every ounce of your being. You shouldn't want to reconcile with them. You shouldn't want to be friends with them because they don't want to be friends with you. You are their enemy and they are your enemy. And they treat you like it. And it's time you start treating them like it. Okay? Andrew Olds just sent 5 and he said, I got you on a half pack of smokes from the 508. Thank you. Thank you for the half pack of smokes. All right. All right. So that's that. So let's go on to the next thing. I got an interesting message here. We got a form person. So this thing's name is Sailor. I shit you not, Sailor. I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't know. It's a they them. Where's Sailor at? Okay, there's Sailor. And it says exposing friends to extremist content. And there's Sailor. And he's in the anti-fascist social club. So that's good. And he has his profile picture is, let me bring up his profile picture here. You'll like this one. And I like Sailor because at least he's up front about who he is. Okay. So communism, he's a commie. He's a full-fledged, he even has red hair. Okay. He's a full-fledged commie. So Sailor sends me, or sends the Turtleboy page a message, and we're going to read them now and kind of go through this because this is a good one. So there's Sailor Boy. All right. So Sailor says, the irony of your news coverage being about how ugly people are when you look like that. Like, I look like what? And they send me this. This is not the most flattering image. I got to be honest. I look sickly there, kind of. I needed a picture at the last minute for the Holden landmark when I was running for school committee. Something without like a Turtleboy shirt on. I could have gotten a better light. That's not a good side of me. Okay. Maybe they could I'll send in a picture of me on the couch next time. Some people like those pictures. A lot of people have been looking at me on the couch lately. Kind of weird, kind of gay, but whatever. So this picture gets sent in and he's going to mock me for it. So that's not nice. That's not nice. So then Abby jumps in. Abby's like, how can I help you? And she goes, I like your hair, by the way. How do you get it so orange and fluffy? Partner did it. Whoever the fuck partner is, partner did it. And I just wanted to complain about the recent article because it included libel against some of my friends and classmates. Okay. And so she says it, and there it is. It's the UMass Theta Chi one. Oh, that one. We do have a process if someone is upset about a blog. I can send you a blog removal request form if you like. Yes, please. Sailor wants the form. Sailor wants the form. And Sailor goes on. And Abby goes on. I'll send it in here and you just copy and paste with your responses. I'll set up more for the person involved to make the complaint. It's set up, but you can do it on behalf of a friend. Once you send it back, we will review it. Okay, thanks. And so then, she gets in her old thing. I don't really read them, to be honest. I kind of have to do this job. Otherwise, my strict religious family will find out about my OnlyFans. Oh, Abby, she opens up to everyone. Abby needs to learn to shut up when she's ahead. You don't have to tell all these strangers your whole life story, okay? You seem nice. Do you dip in the lady pond by any chance? Sorry, I'm gay. Okay, but so it has a dick. Is Sailor a dick? I don't even know. Sailor, I believe, is a they, them. I believe. Let me check out. Let's check out his bio on Facebook. It's amazing, by the way, that this is like the future. Every single one of these assholes has a pronoun in their bio, which is, it's always funny when they're a dude and it's he, him, or it's a chick and it's she, her. But so many of them are like she, they, or they, he. They're literally just making shit up. And we are somehow humoring this as legitimate. So Sailor O. Cicchetti is it's a they, them. It's a they, them. It's a social thought and political economy major. So they, them is majoring in that. When they, them graduates, they're not going to be able to get a job, obviously, because they, them has no useful life skills. And certainly no one want to hire a freak like this or a commie. And so then they, them will complain about student loans and they'll vote for Bernie. And they'll say, oh, forgive my loans. And they're like, and Elizabeth Warren will be like, yeah, we should forgive them. Then they're not going to forgive them ever. And then they'll just be poor. And so that's going to be their life. And they're going to complain. It's capitalism's fault somehow. Yeah, right. So he's an eco-Marxist, and he wants to abolish all frats. Don't know why. I don't know why. These guys don't, maybe because he couldn't get into one. I don't know. But he's very mad. All right. So anyway, yeah, so that's his bio. So let's go back to his message. Okay. So I'm being very unprofessional here. Yes, you always are. At least you didn't mention your IBS. So she sends him the form, and we've added some new things to the form. Your pronouns are now on the form. Let's see. The title and date of the blog. Did you give them a nickname? It's always been on the form. Reason for the blog or removal of the blog. Please rate your feelings about the blog with an emoji. Please state the factually inaccurate things mentioned in the blog. Summarize your or their side of the story. Do you wish to participate in the live show? Have you or do you intend to hire an attorney? If so, please state their name. Do you understand the difference between libel and slander? What is your political affiliation? Have you had your COVID vaccination? That's a new addition to the form. How many masks do you wear in public? Also a new one. How many protests have you attended in the past week? And what is your most recent hair color? So those are new additions to the form. And it's always funny. Usually when the form gets sent out, A lot of them realize the jig is up and they're like, oh, they're fucking with me with the emoji thing. They're just fucking with me at this point. But every once in a while we get lucky and they fill out the form. And today was one of those days. So let's read they, them's answers to this. So Sailor says, okay, name, Sailor, pronouns, they, them, or he, him. What? What? So you can call him they, them, or you can call him he, him. So he doesn't even have fucking pronouns. He's just like, whatever the fuck you want to call me today, you can call me. You can call me whatever you want. Okay. People are like, turn that into a PDF. I kind of like it like this. It's so much easier to answer in this form. Are you interested in, are you the person featured in the blog? I am not. I am filling on behalf of a couple of my friends. To be clear and forthright, I do not consent to having my information published or released. Unfortunately, they, them, we don't need your consent. That's not how this works. How reporting works. You can ask to be off the record. And if we tell you you are, and then you keep talking, then we can't publish anything you say. It's unethical. But if both parties don't consent, which we do not consent to keeping this quiet, that's not how any of this works. Okay. He goes, so title, they list the title about the blog. Did they give you a nickname? Yes. One of them was given the nickname they, them. And one of them was given the nickname it, thing. All things considered, dude, that ain't bad. That ain't bad. I mean, how would you like to be called like the Norfolk's, cum guzzler or the cum queen? Or how about the New Bedford bukkake pound cake? Yeah. How'd you like to be called that? Not good. I'd go with they, them over all of those things. Could be a lot worse. Could be a lot worse. So he goes on. Please rate the blog with an emoji. And we got like the eye roll emoji. So that's an interesting one. Okay. So what do we get wrong? Hallie, which was nicknamed they, them in the blog, was stated to have attended the riots. They did not attend the riot on Sunday, but rather an earlier peaceful protest during the day. So they, them was there before people started flipping shit. To me, if you participated in any of this, you're in on the right. You helped incite the riot. I'll tell you who doesn't get that kind of leeway. The January 6th fucking insurrectionists. They don't get that benefit of the doubt, do they? People sitting in jail for walking in a goddamn building. Give me a break. Julia, nicknamed it thing, was in the article due to being in the crowd at night, but did not participate in any violent activities herself. Bitch, we got your short-haired purple friend. We got her on video walking towards the fraternity and hurling objects overboard. She was absolutely part of the mob. She filmed them flipping over cars. If you were there and you were like part of this mob, you were just as guilty as everyone else, all of you, period. Briefly summarize their side of the story. Do you wish to participate in the live show? He says, no. Sad. Do you have an attorney? Definitely can't afford that. At least he's honest. Do you understand the difference between libel and slander? He goes, yes. Libel is defamatory misinformation that is written, published, tangible, whereas slander is defamatory misinformation that is intangible, e.g. spread via word of mouth. That's actually not a bad one. You're missing a couple aspects of it, but he gets the basic gist between libel and slander. So good for him. Political affiliation, independent. Independent my ass, motherfucker. Independent I guess he's a commie, but that's the same thing as Democrat nowadays. So we'll just leave it at that. Have you got your COVID vaccination? Yep, both of them. How many masks do you wear in public? He says 1. This is a dumb question, yet he hasn't figured out. He hasn't figured it out yet. It's a dumb question, yet he still keeps going. How many protests have you attended the past week? A couple, of course. I'm a street medic, and thus my job there is to provide emergency first aid to attendees and bystanders, regardless of which side of the protest are on. First of all, that's not a job at all. Jobs pay money. You've seen Antifa always has these medics, basically just Antifa with a backpack and some Band-Aids on him. And they always go to these things. Oh, I'm a medic. Bitch, you ain't a medic. You got no training. You're just in Antifa with a backpack. That's all you is. Stop it, streak medic. But they really think that's like a real thing. It's amazing. What is your most recent hair color? Brown, dirty blonde. This feels irrelevant to the thing. No, it's actually it all goes in the records. And off the record, if you need help, you can DM me from your personal and I can link you up with some local aid resources. Yes, this is very helpful. Your response will be passed on to Darlene, who heads up the complaints department. And she asks anything to help a chubby, ginger-looking furry pillow princess. Sorry, no. Resources I know about are more in the wheelhouse of housing assistance people to reach out to for help with family shit. So, yes, that's our form filler outer of the week. Yeah, Darlene takes a while. A lot of red tape at Turtleboy Enterprises. It just goes from the HR department to Abby to Darlene. And Darlene's, she's lazy. She's a state worker, so she's got her feet up on the desk, a stack of paperwork up to here. Doesn't want to work hard. She's counting down the days to retirement. If you bug Darlene about, have you done this, Darlene? She gives you attitude. She reeks of cigarettes. I mean, Darlene creates a hostile work environment, but we have to put up with her because she's been here since the beginning of time. And we're all just counting on her retiring, too. We're all counting down the days as well. So Darlene is bad for morale around here. All right. Any questions you guys have or anything? I'll take any questions, and shorter show tonight, but yeah, she sounds like an RMV worker. That's Darlene. I think that's where she used to work before Turtleboy. All right. Any questions you guys have, fire away. We could talk about it. If not, whatever. What about you? What about you, dimples on ass? Why do you have dimples on your ass? It's kind of weird. Oh, thank you, Aaron Lewis. Aaron, you're usually a hater too. Thank you for the compliment. I appreciate that, man. See? There we go. You going to Boston Sunday? Nah, for the rally, I'll watch. I'll read about it later. They do have an outstanding warrant for Brian Laundrie. I'll tell you one thing. I'm just not that into the COVID protests. Like, I don't understand. I get it, but I'm not sure what you people are hoping to change. Like, they don't give a shit. They know that you're a small minority. I mean, it's fun. I have a lot more fun protesting Monica Cannon Grant. Like, I will protest her whenever. To me, that's fucking fun as shit. But protesting the COVID stuff, it's just like, it's not going to change anything. And it's just like, I feel like we're legitimizing stupid, like there's too many con artists in the anti-COVID restriction game. There's too many faux-hos, too many Delaney's, too many scam artists like that trying to make money off of people who don't want their kids to wear masks, who I like, and I feel like they're being preyed on. So, yeah. All right. Any other questions? So Roxbury Prep is probably a fine. Yeah, charter schools suck. Biggest fucking scam ever pulled on the conservatives is charter schools. Don't get me started on that. They're just public schools, right? They're private. They're basically public schools that cost extra tax money. That's it. And they're not run by any elected officials. They have no governance to them. They're a scam. They're just a scam for fucking scammers. Court cases updates. Nah, I don't really have much, to be honest with that. Court moves slow. Brian Riccio. Yeah, fuck him. I don't really pay attention to Riccio. I have seen what's going on in Australia. Fuck them. The people in Melbourne are fighting back, though. Good for them. I had lost faith in that country. I mean, talk about COVID restrictions. You guys should see what they're doing to their people over there, what they've been doing. It is the most absurd shit. So, if you have a drink at the water fountain, if you want to go out to the beer garden, have a sip of your brew, you can't do that anymore. Can't do that. Because you might spread COVID-19. They are fucking... watch some of those broadcasts. I haven't had a chance to write about it, but it's fucking insane. And this is a free country, allegedly, Australia. It's insane. We need to liberate that country. All right, other questions. Did Janetti pass away? We could only hope. Can you show us how to sign up for Turtle Club? Sure. Just go like this. See, we're on the page right here. Go to my account. Oh, no, apologize. That's if you're already signed up. So I'm already logged in. Go to Turtle Club. And then you can purchase any of these options. Okay. If you click on it, it will tell you what comes with that. Okay. So you purchase whatever, you get your login, you log in, and then you can get access to things that you get access to. So that's that. All right. Other questions? I know I got to work on, that's a pikey thing. I got to work on that. Within a week, so I got to write about that again. Jesus Christ. She better not get confirmed. I really hope. Yeah, I saw the border. Me and Jerry talked about it this morning. I talked more about politics on the Jerry Callahan podcast. So go listen to that if you haven't already. No, she definitely has not fixed her smoke detectors. I know. Yeah, and New Zealand's even worse than Australia. And they think just watching the media glow over these fucking Kiwis pisses me off more than anything. Maybe a dingo ate your baby. I thought we fixed that, Brenda. Message me again. You should have that fixed by now. Yeah, I mean, if I talk about the Border Patrol shit, I'm going to get pissed off. I'm going to get pissed off when I hear, I see what Democrats do to law enforcement officials in this country everywhere for doing their fucking job. They literally fell for a hoax. There was no whip there. They made it all up. It was rains. These people are invading our fucking country. They somehow got here from Haiti, so they have the money to get here. They have cell phones and shit. And if they're escaping persecution in Haiti, if Haiti's so bad that they have to escape persecution, guess what? You're in Mexico. You've already escaped it. What the fuck do you need to come to America for? You already, if the problem was getting away from Haiti, that you're away, problem solved, right? You're not in Haiti anymore. But Mexico is a real country that doesn't want you there. But we're the fucking sucker country. We're the sucker country. Enough of this shit. Fucking bullshit. And then we got our, Border Patrol down there trying to do their fucking job. And then their own people, our own government's condemning them. Not condemning the invaders or the policies that brought them here. No, condemning the people for doing their fucking job. It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting, and it just angers me thinking about it. It angers me more than anything is that 81 million people voted for this shit because Trump had mean tweets. That's it. And we have to, this is insane how fucking stupid they are. And people voted for this shit. It makes me want to puke. All right. What'd you say? Did you pull a Maud Gorman and take a taxi to the 10-mile mark to finish 9th place? Well, it wasn't a half marathon. It was a 5K. I got 9th out of I didn't always finish that high. I ran the Colleen Ritzer 5K in memory of the teacher who was killed in Danvers a few years ago. It was in Andover. And I got a really bad fucking calf, right? And it sucks. It sucks. I hate it so much. I used to be able to run low 17-minute 5Ks, 5:30 pace, 5:30 mile pace. And then I got injured and I could still run 18s, high 18s, low 19s usually. But I get injured all the time now when I run, and it's just so hit or miss. it's always my left fucking calf. Something pulls, it tightens, and when that happens, your whole leg stiffens up. I won't bore you with the details. I've gone to physical therapy, nothing works. So it's just hit or miss. How am I feeling that day? I woke up Sunday, I was all tight. I probably shouldn't have run, but I'm like, fuck it, let's do it anyway. I'm gonna whatever. And it's like an uphill course too. So, I'm running it. I don't know what place I'm in. There's a lot of people in front of me. But then I'm taking a relaxing pace. I'm running like 640 miles basically. And then I just start picking guys off one by one and went out a little bit too fast. And I realized I got 9th place. I didn't know that. But no, I didn't cheat, man. That's actually, I ran a 20-minute, 54-second 5K, which is by far the worst time I've ever had in a 5K. And I looked down to like 1910 was 3rd place. I could have gotten 3rd place. No problem. So I'm actually ashamed of my time. I'm ashamed of it. So it's actually, so whatever. I got 9th place, but it's not a good time. Not a good time. All right. Any other questions? You're right about that, Dr. My calf is fucked. Nah, drink more. Trust me. Because I put some serious mile. When I was 30, that was my big year, 2012. I started running 60, 70 miles a week, like doing real training. And I went from like 1835 Ks to 17, like flat. Like it was fun to be fast. I got really fast. And then it's just, I overdid it. I mean, that's a lot of training. My body was not ready for that. And I started having foot problems, which leads to ankle problems, which leads to one other fucking thing after another. And I'll never be that person again, but it is what it is. I don't know if Monica's had her baby. Hopefully she never does. I don't know. Did everyone protesting stop any school? Yeah, I mean, it's over, man. They won. The DESC jumped in, so the school committees were moot. The school committees only mattered when it was up to local communities to decide what they wanted to do with masks. Once the DESE came in and said all people in the state must wear masks, then your school committee no longer had the power, so it was pointless to lobby them. So who are the Raiders playing this week, Brett? Who are they playing? Who do they got? We got the Saints. I think they're gonna kick the Saints' ass. Jameis. I think we're gonna have a lot. We have a lot of fun with quarterbacks like Jameis. So I'm not worried about that. NFL scores. Let's see what the games are this weekend. So Bills, so the Bills will win that one. Bears, Browns, that's going to be Browns, obviously. Ravens, Lions, obviously the Ravens are going to win that. Colts, Titans, and the Colts really need a win, but I don't think I think the Titans are the best team in that division by a lot. Chargers, Chiefs, that's always a good game, actually. That'd be fucking awesome if the Chargers won that game. That'd be cool. Saints, Patriots, definitely Pats. We're only a 3-point favorite. Holy shit. Falcons, Giants. Ooh, wow. Talk about horrible. I think the Falcons will get their first one there. Bengals against Steelers. I like the Bengals in that game. I like the Bengals. I think they come out and win that game. Cardinals, Jags. I mean, the Cardinals, Kyler Murray is the MVP right now. It's early, but probably Cards. Jets, Broncos. The Broncos look very good right now. So definitely think the Broncos are going to win that game. Dolphins, Raiders. So we got so Brett. Well, actually, Tua is not playing. You got no Tua. So you kind of lucked out there, Brett. So I mean, the Raiders are 4-point favorites now. If the Dolphins had Tua, I think they would win that game. But I think the Raiders will go to 3-0 as a result of that. Rams, Bucks. Ooh, that's an awesome game. Holy shit. That's a great game. Woo! What a treat that is. Tampa's a 1-point favorite. Wow, that's awesome. Seahawks, Vikings. The Vikings got to win that game. They need to get their first win. Packers, 49ers. Man, the Packers going to go to 1-2. I mean, the 49ers are not an impressive 2-0. They're really not. But I think they'll win that game. I do. Cowboys, Eagles, definitely like the boys in that game. Definitely. So there's your picks. All right. Anything else? Aren't the New York Giants in first place? No, they have no wins. You got to have at least a tie to be in first place. The Redskins have a win. The Eagles have a win. The Cowboys have a win. So they're actually in last place. They're the only team without a win. Tua sucks. I mean, he's young. He hasn't played that much. He appears to be injury prone, which is not good. But he's better than Jacoby Brissett. Okay? So, period. My fantasy team last week was actually great. There's 12 teams in the league. I had the 11th lowest score, and I won because I was playing the team with the 12th lowest score. I had one of those weeks. Usually you're on the opposite end of that. You have the second highest score, and you have to go against the guy with the top score. That always sucks. But it's great when it happens the opposite way. You're like, fuck yeah, I love this. Excellent, Texas Tech. All right, guys. So I guess we'll call it a night then, and we will see you all on Sunday night for the next episode of Turtleboy Live. Smash that subscribe button if you haven't already, and give us a big thumbs up. Peace, Turtle Riders.